This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 9 a.m. I just want to thank all of you guys for the comments yesterday that were based on what D had said about online roulette being rigged. And I received a lot of comments saying that they thought it was, and a lot of comments that said that they did not think that it was. And a lot of the comments involved having actual live dealers on online roulette to feel more secure, and I agree with that. And one other thing I wanted to throw out there today before we get into today's video is I want to know if any of you have been playing automated roulette and noticed that whenever every seat is full, you always win, and whenever you're the only one sitting down playing automated roulette, that you lose. I'm interested to hear from you guys what you think about that, and if you've experienced that as well, because I've had times where all the tables are full and I sit down playing automated, and that's what I notice is that if the chairs are full, I win. If I'm the only one there, I don't do as well. So look forward to hearing about that in the comments. And then let's get into today's video. This is sent in by one of my subscribers, Joe Dash, and he calls this system the Joe N. Barnes JS21 system. And it starts out with first and second 12, a $10 bet. And then he has a very different progression and a different way of playing the two 12s than you've probably seen before. So he says to keep playing until you lose. So let's do that first. That's stage 1, he calls it. Okay, so we won. So we're going to stay on this until we lose. And I think we finally lost. And he says after you lose, you rebet. You don't rebet yet. You spin without betting until the third 12 doesn't come up. So you make sure the first or the second comes up. And then he says after that, you increase by 1 unit. So you basically go from 10 to 20. So let's do that and then spin. And then we won. And then he says always check, the key to his system is always checking the balance. If you are up in the money after you increase, then you always go back to the starting amount. If you're down, then and you lose, you sit out another spin if it's a third, and then you keep playing until you get back in profit. But you do add a additional 10 each time. So it would go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, just like that. But you'll understand more as we go along. So we're in profit, so we go back to 10. I think it'll be easier just to watch me do it here. And we lost. So again, he says if you get a third 12, you sit out the next spin. Okay, so that actually saved us there. So then if you spin a third 12 again, you just sit out again. And then once you hit a first or second 12, then you put your bet back out, but you increase by 1 unit, which is a $10 unit. So it goes from 10 to 20. Okay, and then you check your balance. If you're up, then you just start back over at $10 again. If you're down, then at that point you just stay on that amount. So if I was at 20, I would just stay on 20 if I got a win, but I was still not in profit. But let's keep playing, and I think you'll understand it better as we go. So we're back to $10 because we're in profit. And we lost, so then we sit out the next one. So we wait until the third 12 doesn't come up. Okay, so there we go. Then we increase by 1 unit from 10 to 20 again. Okay, and we won. So we're still up. So we start back at 10. Okay, and we won. So it looks like all the winnings are pretty much going to be based off of when you get wins in a row. And the rest of it is kind of a money management system. So we just keep, when we win, we just stay at $10 and keep betting. Okay, so we won. So then $10 again. We won again, so put those 10s up again. And we hit a third 12, so then we sit out the next spin. And that saved us again. This is working pretty well, Joe Dash. So let's spin again, because you, with his system, you wait until it doesn't hit the third 12. And look at that, it saved us again. So basically, his system is protecting us from long runs in the 112 that hurt us. And there we go. We finally did one in the first or second. So now it's time to increase by 1 unit and put the bets back out again. Okay, we won. So then we just check our balance. And we're up. So that means we go back to $10. Again, if we were down, we would just repeat the $20 bet and try to get as many wins as we can until we are in the positive. And then if you lose again, you sit out, and then once you hit one that's not the third 12, you repeat. So let's keep going. I think you'll understand it better. So we're back to 10 because after we got our win, we checked and we were in profit. Okay, we got another win. We're up $60 now. So like I said, most of your profits made off of the getting win streaks in a row. And then Joe Dash is trying to eliminate the losing streaks by making sure that that every time the third 12 hits, we continue to not place a bet. So I'm liking this system so far. It's definitely a combination of money management plus definitely get a lot of wins off of win streaks. So there's a third 12 again. So we sit out. We're down. We're up $60 right now. So we're sitting out this one. If it's a third 12, then we'll sit out again, but it's not. So we hit a 6. So that means it's time to put the bets back out and add 1 unit. Okay, so we lost. So now we sit out, but we remember we were at 20. So this is something new, so pay attention to this. We're going to spin without betting until we don't hit the third 12. Okay, so we didn't hit the third 12. Now we're going to go from 20 to 30 and spin. Okay, and we won. So after you get a win, you check and see if you're in profit, and we are. So that means you start back at $10 again. Okay, we won, so that we just put the 10s out again. Okay, we won again. Another win. So Joe Dash, I'm liking this so far. We're up $80. And we haven't really gone very far in the progression. So, okay, there's a loss. So we sit out this next one. And I hope you see what he's doing here by sitting out. He's making sure that we don't get a streak of third 12s in a row. So that's really pretty genius. And I'm liking it so far. Then there's another one, another loss. But guess what? It didn't hurt us because we can't get beat by third 12 streaks on this. So we just spin again. Okay, and now that we didn't hit the third 12, we add a unit and place our bets again. And then we won. So if we win, we check and see if we're up. And we are, so we start over. And he says you can go up at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could even go up as high as 30 if you wanted to, but he says he's never had to. And I'm starting to see why. Okay, so there's a loss, so we sit out. And we hit one that wasn't in the third 12, so now it's time to add a unit and place our bets. Okay, and we won. So again, if we were down right now, we would continue to bet 20s until we were up, but we are still up, so we go back to 10s. I think this is a really good system, Joe Dash, so thank you for sharing this. There's another third 12, so we lost, and we sit out now. Okay, there's one that's not in the third 12, so now we add a unit, and we bet on first and second 12. Okay, and we won, so now we check to make sure see if we're up, and we're still up, so we start over. What I really like about this, we haven't hardly made it anywhere in the progression yet. So I'm going to be testing this a lot. I like it so far. Okay, so there's a loss. So we sit out, and that protects us from a long string of third 12s. And then we didn't hit a third 12 there. So then we add a unit and bet first and second again. And we won. So now we check our balance and we're up, so we start over. The really cool thing about this is third 12s are the only ones that can hurt you. But if you have a string of like 7 in a row third 12, none of them are going to hurt you except for the first one. So because the next 6 you would not be spinning. So that's pretty cool. So we're up 100 and back to the start again. We lost again there, but that means we sit out. So we just spin without betting. Like I said, say there's 7 in a row third 12s, just like that. Another third 12, we didn't lose a thing. So the only one we lose is the first one. There's another one. That would have been another loss too. Look at all the money we're saving by not betting in this scenario. So fantastic system, Joe Dash. Okay, now we're ready to bet again. We add 1 unit. Like I said, he says you can go from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, all the way up to 30 if you need to. But we got to win. So we're going to check and see if we're up, and we are. If we were down, we would stay with the same bet after a win of $20 until we did get back up again. And if we lost again, we'd sit out, and then we would would stay with that. We would add another 10, so it would go up one more unit, and we would sit out and continue on in that fashion. So we won that one, and there we go. So we're up, so we start over. All right, we won, so then we'll just stay on $10. Another $10 win. Another win. Now we're up 130. I hope you guys like this one because I'm really impressed so far. Another win. Completely eliminates losing streaks on the third 12, which is the only way to lose. So right now, I just think it's fantastic. All right. See if we can continue on this winning streak. Okay, so there's a loss. So we sit out. And again, that protects us from a long losing streak of third 12s. So now it's time to bet again. We add 1 unit. And we won, so then we look to see if we're in profit, and we are. So we start back over. Another win. This one's quickly moving up my favorites list. Another win. Let's keep winning here. Okay, there's a loss. So it's time to sit out again. Again, this is going to protect us from third 12 runs. See how that's just saving us money? So you only lose once, which is fantastic. And say we had 10 in a row third 12s right here, we wouldn't lose anything. Except for the first one of $10. See how much money this is saving us? I mean, so far this is just looking like an incredible method. Okay, now it's time to bet again, and then we add a unit to the first and second 12. And then we won. So then we check to see if we're up, and we are. We're up $200. Just a fantastic method so far. I really like it, Joe Dash. Thank you for sharing this with me and everyone in the Roulette Master community. I think we can all really enjoy this system. And I hope you guys understand it. It's a little complicated, but not. Once you get the hang of it, it works fantastic. And please send me some messages about that. Also, send me any systems you're currently using, like this one, that everyone can enjoy the knowledge of knowing how to play. It's again, I really like this one, and I recommend this one right off the bat. Usually I don't say that, but really impressed with it. Also, at the beginning of the video, I talked about automated roulette and how I'd noticed that whenever there's a lot of people playing automated roulette, you always win. And when you're the only one sitting down, you lose. Let me know if you guys have experienced that as well. The only time I play it is if all the tables are full and I can't get a chair yet. But let me know what you guys think about that as well. And again, thank you, Joe Dash, for sharing this extraordinary system today. and hope everybody at home likes it. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week and don't want you to miss it. So this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.